Hello and welcome to the UKVersus episode 9. The couch draft. You guys are currently on mute, so you can carry on talking. We haven't switched the cameras yet, but today we are joined by the UA Academy and the Dobbers. I'll switch the quick show to draft so everyone can say hello. I'll just unmute you guys and you can give a quick introduction and give a little chat.
Hello,
Hi, how's everyone going? This is like the first time I've been live in forever since, I don't know how long, but hi.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Hi, how you all doing?
So as
Graced with their presences.
So as the creators of the draft format, would Matt and Chris like to talk about how the point system actually works?
That was like a Tim and John thing, so
Okay.
yeah.
I'll be honest.
So
I've never participated in the drafts before now.
So basically it happens that we pick characters, and based on their finishes, on top cuts only, we get points. Like top 16 gets X, 8, 4, 2, 4, and I don't know if there's a top 2 or if it's just a winner. I don't remember. So, I traditionally sucked at this because Dave always took the good characters, and Dave and Keenan, I think they won the first 2. I don't remember. I think Andrew might have won one. I don't remember because everyone was like,
doing well at one point in one of them.
this character is eventually going to get banned, right? And nope, it would be like, because they also, I think they got point bonuses based on attendance, like X amount of characters made it into top. Well, I guess I get 2 points for every Kirishima 2 that made top 16.
Yeah, representation.
Top 32 at Nats, that's like 32 points because it was half the field, and it's just like, oh, cool, Dave just won just off of this one event.
I think we're going to limit it to basically if you make tops, you get the points. You don't get points for each character that make it. But yeah,
I like that.
But
Thank you.
I'll run through the rules so that we've got. So if your character makes a top, so there's 6-star release, so you get effectively points from each one. If your character makes a top 16, you get 3 points. If you make the top 8, you get 4. If you get top 4, you get 5. If you get the runner-up, the contender spot, you get 6. And if you're the champion, you get 8. There's also the bonus, which is once over the course of the 6 RLEs, as long as the character makes at least one top cut over the 6 RLEs, they'll get a one-off bonus equal to the round they were drafted in.
Yeah,
so that's what we did. Yeah. Tim came up with that, and that was a really good idea because it's kind of like a catch-up mechanic. So yeah, that was really cool.
So like, if you pick someone in round 8 or something, then they suddenly make a top cut, you get 8 points for them.
8 points.
Yeah, exactly. One in present Mike, 2 in round 8. You get your bonus.
I have to thank you, Brett, for that because you got me a lot of points just on Toppy 1. Thank you. Appreciate you.
No worries, man. There is one house rule I was thinking about putting in. I did discuss Richard, but I wanted to see how everyone else. If you top cut with a character you picked, you double the points for that event.
No, so I don't care.
I might be playing next weekend in the online RLE, maybe if there's still spots and I have time.
I think we only get one event, whereas you guys in America get 3 chances. But it looked like it immediately got shut down because there's a couple of people that are planning on attending.
I do like that idea.
Yeah,
like I do like incentivizing you playing a character you pick, like not just picking something because it's the popular thing or the thing you think is going to do well, but something you actually like. I do like that idea for the draft. I just won't get to play a lot this season, probably.
We might put that in for the Nationals draft.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool for that, too.
Yeah.
I might invite Nats, so I'll be there for that for sure.
Yeah.
Gotta figure that out.
I still don't have my invite. It's okay.
Confirmed.
By September, just turning up to a provisional should probably get you an invite.
Yeah, but if we get in October, and since we don't know, I'm not going to try to pile on Jasco as we're live, so I'm not going to do that. So yeah,
right. We do need a date.
January date.
No, to be fair,
give people what they want.
If Jasco can't handle the players going, we're 3 months out, where's our dates? Then it's a fair criticism.
It's a fair criticism, yeah.
Right. I thought for sure that they were going to follow up the invitations, like next day or the day after with, hey, by the way, it's this date in the month, and
I'm gonna guess next weekend. I'm guessing next weekend they're gonna announce it.
So? Okay, that makes sense.
Sure. Rather than having like as an article, they can do like a whole showy thing and do like a proper presentation in between rounds.
Then everyone's names who are already pre-qualified will scroll up the screen. You'd be like, hey, look, there's me.
So we'll move over back to the webcam so everyone can see our lovely faces. The draft order has been pre-randomized by my lovely partner Richard here, the Shin enthusiast. This is going to be a bit of an annoyance for me because I've got 8 picks on here. Everyone's got their own picks, and the squares will fill in as we go through and pick our characters. Hopefully it should all run smoothly and the squares should just fill up with our characters. But I'm going to quickly just like rummage through my hard drive and find where the characters are. Luckily, I get to go first.
You do.
So I don't
totally random and unbiased.
Unbiased.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Home field advantage.
I don't like. Just before we get started, are you completely clear on everything? Because I don't know if you are familiar with the draft format before we started.
Are you doing like a reverse snake draft kind of thing?
Yeah.
Are we going?
So we'll draft Brett through to Adam, and then Adam through to Brett.
I'm not gonna get to pick all 8 first.
Oh yeah, no, I knew that. No, I'm good either way. All for fun. I have absolutely nothing prepared. I just have characters that I think might be cool. So we'll see what's left.
My problem is that I can't go to the SPN and get like a cheat sheet with all the stuff on it.
Like Tim Keefe would have at least 3 lists. Like he's a draft expert, so yes.
So
I love Tim.
Richard suggested this. I was like, it's my kid's birthday party yesterday. I'm gonna have no time to prepare, so I'm just gonna have to go off my gut feelings and going with my first pick, just to get like the initial points in on there. I'm gonna start with first pick of 4th kind because I think Order got a lot of tools, and I would be surprised.
Sell out. Not taking Dobby as your first pick? What a sellout.
I want more points for Dobby.
I'm done.
No one's picking Dobby, so I can get him like round 7, round 8. That's fine.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna take him in first pick. Just
no.
Chris, like, this is why I don't do well. I just torpedo my own picks.
But no, I think Order got quite a lot of stuff, and I could even see a 4th kind even sneaking in a couple of deadbolts just once they start going, just to force them to build out. I
mean, he's still going to be good, right? You know, he's sort of one of the top characters we've had over the first season. Like, he's not going anywhere in season 2, I don't think.
We'll get that Andrew Holder representation straight away with 4th kind. Although we didn't ask them to be here, unfortunately, we just wanted to keep it a bit smaller this time.
He's not on 4th kind anymore. He's just playing Overhaul forever now.
He's just playing Overhaul. It's his favorite character in the show. So there's no way he's not playing Overhaul for the rest of the life of the game, I assume. So yeah. But that's a good pick though because even like we were talking pre-show, like you got stuff from the Rappa kit as like defense. Like if someone wants to block your attacks with attacks, you got card draw, and you also have Lust for Battle if you want to play that somehow and give them even worse checks, because they're going to be committing out or Deadbolt, like you said.
Fourth kind of hates his seasoned fighter there, doesn't he? Because he wants to block with attacks, and he's like, I guess I'll just give them as many cards as they have seasoned fighters.
Also on the converse side, he doesn't want to see looking for a challenge on the other side of the board either. So.
But he's also got, as we were saying before in the pre-stream, season brawler. A lot of people have written off. I saw it was like it has draw a card uncommitted. As a 500, you see that you go, oh yeah, you want to block me with an attack that give me breaker? I don't care. I'll draw extra cards.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure. Yeah, no, he'll definitely play that card as well. Thing is, like he benefits because he gets to pick back up when he blocks with an attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting to see how much play that card sees. Maybe it's in some sideboards, maybe it's just mained depending on the deck.
Man, there's too many characters now. I can't just pick 8.
Yeah.
Like I can pick more than 8. Like there's so many characters that I want to pick, but I have to condense my set into 8. This sucks.
And then by the time it gets to national season, we're going to have hopefully have another set with more characters.
Yeah. I mean, there's 125, 130 characters.
Roughly.
The entirety of my prep was to make a short list, which is 40 characters.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Matt's next.
All right. So I'm gonna take Azuka Midoriya 4.
I'm gonna move.
Representation pick. The representation pick.
So here's my logic, right? Jackie was good. She was good in an environment that's way more intense than what we currently play in, right? MHA is a little bit more tamer environment. This is a spiritual successor to that character. He has 3 other versions of him with kits and support. I don't see any way this character doesn't start to make a splash in the meta. People have pointed out, if you go second and lose the die roll, hey, cool, I get to be a selective 5-hander effectively because I draw 3 bonuses at the start of your turn, go up to 8, then I pitch down to my hand size. So I picked out of 8 cards, I picked the 5 best ones to start the game.
I've made a mistake
and then drawing the extra card.
I've made a mistake on the stream, which is
no!
What have you done, Brett?
Basically,
thanks live at UA.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to put the characters in post hand. Basically, when I did the picks, I did it. It looks like I've done it as OBS references, not duplicates. So whenever I change one, it changes all of them.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's hilarious. You should actually just do that for every pick, so every pick changes to the same character. That would be hilarious.
I mean, I can do it. I can just when I edit it,
I'm making notes in the background of what the picks are, so we're not going to lose them.
If there's a master listing, good.
Like on Matt's point, like the punch package is arguably maybe the best package in the entire game, and he gives the punch package some more oomph I don't know if it really needed some more oomph, because, man, can you imagine, like, hey, cool, I'm going to get this Texas Smash Powerful 4, because, it already has 7 damage. Whatever, So but luckily it says
problem, though, right? The punch package's problem is pushing damage through, right? Which to your point, we've always relied on stun or committal. But what he does do is as soon as there's a chink in their armor, as soon as he's like, hey, this attack's getting through, he makes that attack swing for their life total. And I think it's kind of what Midoriya 2 does. The difference here being one of them you discard a card for a speed and 3 damage, the other one you just discard a card for 4 damage, right? Numbers wise, it's all the same, but the math checks out that Midoriya 4 is probably just better in the long run because he also naturally refills his hand. Midoriya 2 tends to leave himself open.
I think Midoriya 2 is better. Personally,
it
might be a tiny hot take, but I think Midoriya. I think the 6-hand size of +1/+3.
You're the biggest Midoriya fanboy ever, so it's.
I love Midoriya 2 also. I've been playing it since it came out, but I installed the board game just to get the alt art.
I think they're both good. Just my immediate take is I think the stuff Midoriya 2 gets from set 5, I think he's better than Midoriya 4, but I'm almost certainly going to be proved wrong on that, but that's just any hot takes.
I mean, like I said, I enjoy both. I think that they went with this version of Midoriya, right? Like the reprint of Jackie, because they want to see the big name characters making some top cuts, having some representation, right? And so far the game's kind of struggled to do that for your really big ones like your Bakugo, your All Might, your Midoriyas, your Shigarakis, right?
Hey man, All Might's won an event.
He's done some things. Hey,
All Might's won an event.
All Might. You know what
I'm saying? I don't know who did that, but I think they're in this room.
I mean, Tam got Midoriya 1 all the way to the finals as well for an RLE. So.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's
more.
But
that got
the meta perfect because of Ojiro, right? Like if the meta's not Ojiro, that does not happen.
But Tam has put the work, but like it was cool to see Tam see results on that character that he has labbed and played
absolutely
all the time. He
and I were talking trash to each other a year ago at Gen Con about Midoriya 2 versus Midoriya 1, and we were going to do like a 1 versus 2 battle at some point and record it. Just never happened. So he loves that character and loves that version, so props to him for making it there. But I think it's much harder to do now than it was when Ojiro 2 was the meta.
So moving on the line, Richard, you're up next.
So it's the do I go with the numbers game, I guess, of like, because this to me is like the big thing is like there's so many characters that I think are really good and are possibly better than others, but like, are they going to see play over all the new shiny things? Like, to me, that's one of the biggest takeaways from set 5 is like, if you go back at like set 2, set 3, set 4, there's not necessarily very many of the characters that you think, oh yeah, they're going to make a splash. Whereas I look at set 5, and I think that's one of the biggest successes of the set, is just like there's so many characters you think, yeah, they could easily top cut. Yeah, they could easily top cut. Or do I just be boring?
Oh no, baby! You make the hot splash. Do it.
Trish, you go.
I'm gonna go with the opposite. I'm gonna go with Overhaul. I think there's too much going on with him.
Took my. I was thinking next, man, and that was going to be my pick.
What I understand so far is the UK guys are betting on Andrew Holder. Fourth con Overhaul. All right.
Like I just. Whether it's Earth or Life, like on Life, he gets to do sick things with like 100% smash, like
Yeah, like he has a bunch of different. Like he could also go with like a Life good stuff package with like Tongue Whip, Canton Blast, Capture Net. He could also just splice in like Back Alley, because Back Alley's still around.
And like with 100%, you don't need to go full punches. Like as long as you're readying like 2 foundations, like you've got your value. Like who cares?
Yeah.
Well, let's not
you're
forget.
Always on a 5 anyways, so it doesn't matter.
Let's not forget on Evil, Overhaul can play bullet punches like 6 times.
Yeah. All his symbols are good. Like Evil is probably the fun one. Earth is probably the boring, consistent one. I think Life is probably the powerful one. That's like.
I actually think. Okay, so like I have a hot take. I think Evil's his best symbol.
Yeah.
But I think Evil's actually his best symbol because he gets access to the hey, I didn't play this from my hand. I get X. He actually he gets to do cool different stuff with the attacks that people are just like, well, I guess I just play this as a vanilla. But he can actually bullet punch into the momentum, into the echo, into Hand of Confession, into Reconstruction Record, into another bullet punch, into another echo, and you just die. Because he gets to play the same bullet punch like 5 times, which is flipping awesome. Which I think I'm going to go build that list now.
I've been playing Evil Overhaul, and defensively, being able to go block, impact, recoil, breaker 1, commit a foundation, build it face down, no cards in hand, block, play face down, block, impact, recoil, breaker 1, commit foundation, build it face down. It's going, hey! Yeah. Breaker 1 on a stick.
That's very cool.
I'm a big fan.
I think it's just a lot of people are going to play him, right?
Yeah. So. He's one of the coolest villains in the entire show. Like, how could you not? Like, how can no one? People who are a fan of the show or big fans of the character, like, he's some people's favorite villain, myself included. Just because he's so cool. Be quiet. We know you love Dobby. And All for One and all.
Yeah, All for One. All for One is for me is peak villain.
Yeah, I know, but he's not as cool as Overhaul.
Yeah,
it's okay. We can argue about canon later. We're talking about cards now.
When he was younger, he was a lot hotter though. So you know what I'm saying. Overhaul's got the looks. Overhaul's got the looks going for him. That's the issue.
Am I next?
You're next. Yeah,
you are indeed.
So I'm going with the dude near and dear to my heart. I'm going with All Might 3 because Rejuvenation Smash and All Might 3. Yes. He's coming back. I think with One with Nature, that made all of the good simple punch packages kind of on par with him because like, hey, I don't need speed anymore. I can just discard cards for fake speed. He solves the problem that good punches needs, and it's speed. He's not as flashy as like a Mirio or a Midoriya 4 or a Deku 2 sometimes, or a Deku 3, for those who play him. We love you, Ben Lambright. And I think he's just consistently good. And he's still the best character going second. He is a 9-hander going second.
For me, it's the...
How is that bad? You're 7, then you're 2 on your opponent's first attack turn. That's how he's a 9-hander.
For me, it's on your turn just going...
if you want to do that math, then Midoriya is an 11.
Very true. But he only has 5 in hand when you attack him. All Might can still have 1 million. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if my best can't go in second anymore because we just did the math. And the math says
you're right. I guess you're right. Sorry.
With All Might, with All Might 3, it's the nice try synergy as well. Your turn, commit, do a nice try. Ready up, nice try. It costs you nothing.
Right, I'm going to share with y'all some spicy All Might 3 tech. All right. Suited up with All Might 3 off of air. You can commit it for his cost to draw, and then you can immediately just start adding an extra speed onto everything for free as if they had a card in their hand.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
Nejire gave him Air Furies.
Yeah. I was literally about to say the same thing.
You can play Air Fury now with a straight face with that character because he has Nejire Wave on that symbol, and he was going to blow you up. He's going to commit your board and then blow you up.
Will you be running instant explosive release?
I don't know, because I'm just going to play him off of good, because I'm going back to my roots, bro.
Dude, Nejire Wave is sick in him. He's that card's in hand, and he's like, thanks, dog.
What do people like to do against him? Block. So what you do is you slap this down on a 6. They just take 1 billion damage. They're not blocking it.
You use All Might for the speed, and you go, here's a bunch of damage. That's solid.
It's perfect storm. Yeah,
I'm already on board with this plan. Let's do it.
Definitely.
Like I said, I put together like the sort of bare bones of a list of just taking all those Air Furies, just because like Nejire Wave is a sick card, and All Might 3 certainly does get to play that card.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
On to you now, Adam.
Really, I'm going to go with everyone knows what I do with him. It's Nomu. Because I think Nomu just got a ton of stuff for evil. He can now go back and actually play that symbol because his defense and nonsense carded not stuff he can do with Overhaul's kit. And on Earth, he just got calorie counter. So did you block? It's 5 mid 12. Did you block this one? It's 5 mid 12. I have Kiko show again. I'm happy with this.
Because they blocked your first one, so because they're not going to take 10 off the first one. They just want to, you know.
And he can also symbol if he wants to go play bullet punches and Relentless Barrage. So you can just evil punch someone to bits if you really want to with Nomu.
That's so gross.
Yeah, and on defense he's Nomu, so
and like he dunks on all the big silly combo decks, right? You know, because they're still going to be a thing. Like the Futures Now Jira and the All Might 4s are still going to be around, and he just says, nah.
Yeah, I was at 23-6. And I played him obviously. That's where I got originals with him.
That's a good solid pick though, because he's always going to get played. He's like always he's always played because he's actually like as a legit 5-hander, as like we call them true 5-handers. He's actually still one of the best 5-handers, just because he can just dunk you from nowhere, which is crazy.
Nomu's very good, and like obviously he has had success this first season, right? You know, we've had multiple top cuts with Nomu in, so he's not getting any worse.
So I believe it's Adam's second pick because he's getting 2 in a row.
I know. I was unprepared for this.
I had the first one. I was done.
Pretty much. I was going to wait until he came back to me. I didn't know we were in Snake. Let me think. I'm not going to say her because I'm just going to leave her alone. Half the pick right now, just because everyone else is going to say at 5. I'm going to have to go with Rappa.
Ooh.
Okay. That was one of my next picks. It was either him or another character, so that's good. Okay, cool.
No, Rappa's going to go soon, so I'm going to take him just now. I think he is going to walk in and just become the king of aggro. And just pretty much, I can keep attacking. Oh no, I'm keeping it dead. No, I'm not. I'll just start killing foundations and keep swinging. Just keep going, keep going.
Like we were talking pre-show, like I thought I'm going to just go out and say he's like the next Bird. Like people are going to complain about him because they're going to die on 2 to him because they're not going to be able to block properly. Because granted, he doesn't put speed on anything, but so that's he has options to put speed on stuff. But traditionally, he's just going to play all of his attacks. If he draws 6 attacks, he's going to play all of them on turn 2.
Yeah,
he will touch you with one of them, and he'll get to play it again. And eventually, you're going to die if you don't shore up your defenses.
Because I was always thinking about Bird, right? Is that he would build 3, turn 1, and then still kill you because at a certain level, if you draw enough of the blue cards, his checks didn't matter. With Rappa, to an extent, his checks don't matter. He just blows stuff up, and then he just plays his cards, and you're dead.
You just need to
he's similarly like an all-in kind of character. So like Bird, the birds that found success weren't just the ones that could turn to you, but they're the ones who, if they lived on the turn 2, they didn't die on your turn 2, right? Like, and that's what I think you're going to have to figure out if you're going to play Rappa is how are you going to live when you don't get the turn 2 hand, right? Like, how are you going to buy your time to get to that hand that you can just kill them with? Because you're absolutely correct. Like, you read of him just playing a bunch, and this is just from the limited testing I did yesterday with my first draft of him. It was that exact thing. It was like, yes, I'm just going to kill you this turn. Like I played against what was it? Oh, I was playing against Jiro, And I was like, how much you got? 27? Yeah, you did. You know,
it's easy. It's easy for him. That's easy.
Yeah. Like, I was like, all right. So,
that's a shame.
Yeah.
3 things in a row than another one.
Yeah.
Blue punches, just because I've mentioned now, the second ability in that card that says if it's played from anywhere else, put another punch into your momentum is the dumbest thing on that card.
It is beautiful.
It's awesome.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
I'm just putting my card pool as well. We're just going to keep going now.
Oh, yeah.
What does Rapper need? Less progressive difficulty.
Right.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. Super cool.
He has to run 2 checks. Of course, it needs less progressive.
Oh,
So
of
there's
course.
that's the impression.
Back up to you, Chris.
I'm gonna go with a set 5 character because, well, it was one of two. It was either Rappa or this character. I'm going with Mirio because I think he's gonna get played like no one's business. But I also think he's sneaky really good, just because he's just sneaky really good. He looks boring on his face, but eventually he's just gonna be like, well, you don't have all this zone, and I'm just gonna throw things at you. And the punch package is still really good. He gets a cool punch package off of Chaos, which I'm going to play him on because I want to make ultimate combinational low and launch people into outer space. Air may be the more boring of the symbol because it's air slam punches, which there aren't a whole lot, but there are some. But I think the good symbol will be his best symbol. Chaos will be the cool symbol, and then air may be we're working on it.
So I'm going to give you my hot take. I think Chaos is his best symbol. And I think air is his worst symbol. And good.
Sick. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I think Chaos is already generically stronger than good as a symbol going into set 5. I won't say definitively after set 5, but he got I built 2 lists. I built a good and a Chaos list for Mirio. And my favorite thing about the Chaos list is I did this unintentionally. Is I'm running Nezire of the big 3. Amajiki of the big 3.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Of the big 3 because all 3 just fit in the deck and seemed appropriate. But like I didn't realize the top. I sorted it and I was like, oh, I have to name this deck the big 3, right? You know.
Yeah. Another cool thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I just think that like Chaos just gives him better tools for what he wants to do. Like he wants to hit you with large chunks of damage because eventually, to your point, you're not going to have the block, right? And Chaos has bigger statted attacks to start, you know, like the problem with Chaos normally is the same problem that Good has is pushing damage through, which is why, you know, like before when I ran Chaos I ran Midnight because she could just add speed and push stuff through. Well, now you got a character who he pushes things through by changing the zone and zone overloading and making them play this weird guessing game to where then it doesn't matter and eventually you just hit them for 10 damage a pop and you're going to get there.
So.
Yeah, and
one cool. Sorry to interrupt you, Brett. My one thought real quick. Chaos, we get Blue Flame Palm Strike, which gets his momentum to be defend, so we can defend turn 2 easy. We got it, or we can just bot people with ultimate combination. So it's all cool.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was just about to say. Chaos is one of Chaos' big thing is momentum manipulation. If you get a card pulling to work in your momentum off Blue Flame Strike, you then got Mirio commit, discard couple to work, add another one in. Oh, you're gonna attack me again? Decoy duplicate using the momentum there. It's like
yeah. Defense is super good on Chaos that way, and you still get the good Chaos tools like Chivalrous and
basic training
and release.
You get all the stuff.
Like we're just gonna leave release off the list.
No, we're leaving. We don't. We may want some hot takes. So we may really. We don't want 4 checks. We don't play 4 checks at all.
Requesting assistance in a character that loves momentum. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Seems like a thing.
I will say Lemillion of the big 3 is a sneaky good card. Lemillion of the big 3 is really good. Even a character, I know it is. And then even if you don't change zones, you're still going to run a 1x copy of this card.
When I was playing it, I was changing stuff to mid just to give extra speed and going, what's the chance you held a mid block in a character that changes the zones?
It's almost a reprint of obviously Delta Blue Team leader from Kama.
Yeah.
I mean, I just thought it was a straight reprint until I realised that the mid was plus speed. I went, that's what mid needs. It doesn't need damage.
It doesn't need damage. Yeah.
It's just he came out and went, oh yeah, he's having to change his zone again because I enjoyed playing Amy.
Oh sure.
Was out, and every zone was open to you as Amy or Cammy again, like Street Fighter. So it's nice seeing old archetypes coming back with new characters.
Do you know what's
he has big Cammy feels.
Do you know what's better than a 3 low 10 damage pillar swing? A 4 low 10 damage pillar swing.
Look, my chaos is to run that pillar swing.
That
just seems too good.
It's momentum.
Block it, cool. I wanted the momentum either way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is a slam, isn't it?
It's a slam. It's guaranteed momentum.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Card's real good in him.
As soon as I saw me, I was like, that's a pillar swing deck right there. Air and chaos.
Yeah.
Right there.
All right, Richard. Your second pick in the second round. What we got?
Yeah.
Shin.
I would like to say, actually, like at this point, we're 7 picks in and 4 of them have been set 5 so far, which seems mad.
Yeah, it's very crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's very nuts. Yeah.
So
I'm real hype on it right now.
Trend.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna go with the Razorhead one.
Ooh,
Nice pick.
that's
Okay.
a good pick.
Okay.
He's still arguably one of, if not the best character in the game, if you can play him right, and he sure does get to play Rejuvenate in Smash. And like that void punches, I think that's now a viable option for him. That's very good. And yeah, it's just a Razorhead one. Like, you know, there's always going to be the players that love playing him. He's just you know, as long as you play him right, he's
still the hardest deck to play in the room. He's
He's
still is.
got a lot of new stuff, especially the new Kirishima stuff as well. He can replay.
It's in there.
The new Midoriya stuff that also, like, if you've discarded a card, is free because you're gonna pitch your race back to then immediately online. It's pretty nasty.
And
like Rejuvenating Smash is just free real estate, as the kids say, right? Because you get your erase, you get your speed, and hey, cool, I drew 2 cards because it was my second attack. I gained some health, and then I get this free momentum for no reason.
And I can now EX3 it, and if I need to, it's like infinite speed.
Like his number one problem. Like his number one problem has always been damage, right? Like he has to find his damage elsewhere. So we can probably say that he may be able to find it in this set. You know, I don't know. I haven't really looked that deep, so I don't know.
Just to answer Keenan in the chat, I made a mistake setting it up, and whenever I change the draft picks, it changes them all. Because it's the first time I've done it. It'll be edited for YouTube, but at the minute, it just looks like we all drafted Nomu.
We all drafted. We are Nomu. We are Nomu.
We are Nomu. But yeah, all of Midoriya 4's attacks just seem to add speed to counteract his ability to find damage. And then the Razorhead just goes, more speed.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just remembered that SR repeated 100% smash is also in void, so if he's
on that.
Someone to death. I also ready everything as well.
So like it's like the real tech playing was it body rejuvenation in him or whatever, or you just like you can discard erase for -2 speed or whatever, and then you get we don't play that in him because we get free -2 speed anyways. Like is that like
like if you don't have your erase, it's a great card to discard because it does something. You gain the 2 life when you discard it.
You gain the 2 life. Yeah, you have to remove it for it, but you still gaining life in the middle of the turn is awesome.
And then you're pulling back your erase to then give -2 speed and block with the breaker 1 block.
No,
he definitely benefited a lot from the new Midoriya kit, 100%.
Yeah, man, 100%.
That's where people shift to as opposed to kicks.
Repeating smashing sounds kind of cool. I am jealous. I kind of want more of that card so I can try that deck out now.
I'm trying to get hold of a couple more for the deck I'm brewing.
Yeah.
Matt, I believe you're up.
I believe so. So I'm going to roll the dice and see if if the band hammer catches me later, and I'm going to take Recovery Girl.
That's why I didn't pick her, basically.
Yeah. I mean, like, if the band hammer hits, it hits, right? But I do think that in the interim, she's gonna continue to be a known quantity. She didn't get any worse with this set. She just gained some more tools. The people who like that deck a lot, right? Like they're gonna keep playing it until you tell them they can't. It's just a question of how many of those people can make it to the events, and that sort of thing. So I feel like there'll be at least 1 or 2, and you'll see a few of them make top cuts. So not a deck that I play, not my style, but at the same time, I'll fully acknowledge that the deck is good.
That's like a salute there, Matt. Like you saluted them. It's like I acknowledge you.
It's a solid.
I hope it gets banned. I'll be honest. Like I hope it's gone because I think it's terrible to play into. But at the same time,
I think I think it's kind of like the All Might 4 deck where it warps the format a bit to where you have to play a certain deck to beat it. So blah 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 X, Y, and Z. So eventually I think it's going to catch up. It's going to catch up to them where they're either going to errata her or they're going to ban her. So it's one of the two. Yeah. And they hate banning characters, so they're probably just going to errata her. In my opinion. So. But we're not here to talk about that.
Well, characters haven't really been banned yet, have they? It's always just been either an overcorrection or just a correction to the point where people go, it's not playable, but they still kind of are.
It's a classic Jasko errata. Jasko's character errata has always been, we're going to take this card and turn it off. It's gone now.
Yeah.
It's still there, but you're not going to play it. Yeah. Thinking Quan Chi, who never came back at one point.
Oh, yeah, Quan Chi came back twice.
It's Steve versions of that was just banned.
Yeah, that was mad.
Was it Maxi and Liu Kang disappeared and came back? And
yeah.
Sorry, that's me going a bit old.
Yeah, I think it's just the top cuts timing thing, right? I think that's like because yes, it does. She does warp the format, but at sheer speed. But I don't think if she goes, it's a power level thing. I think it's just a tournament running thing if she goes.
Maybe, yeah.
I think Recovery Girl getting picked round 2 as well is the fact you're not going to see in webcam.
I don't think you'll ever see her in a webcam event. I don't think so.
Way too long.
You might say that. But she won't.
Mark Tyner sure did play me with that. In set 4.
Oh, fair. Oh, wow. That's miserable for both of you.
Yeah, I was playing Dobby too, so I didn't.
That's right. I remember you telling me about
myself out. Yeah, because nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody.
It's an old reference, but it checks out.
Yeah.
I'll get last pick. I'm going to go with the current champ of the world, Miss Midnight. She got some nice chaos features. Nice try is just a solid card now as well. Commit it down, then you'll get ready back up. There's a lot of momentum. I think Midnight is still got some nice legs on her, and she's going to be able to do a lot of work.
Oh, well, yeah, she has nice legs. She also got Midoriya 4 stuff. Wow, we're really toting the Midoriya 4.
Yeah, Void.
Man, who picked that guy?
I don't know.
Let's get to play Rejuvenate Smash.
What do you mean, Matt? You picked Nomu. The visual clearly says you picked Nomu.
Like Rejuvenating Smash in her is kind of crazy because one of her biggest things is she likes to find extra cards during her turn. Because she likes to, that's why, Chivalrous Competitor was such a big, boon for her because she got to plus her hand and then pitch an extra card instead of, well, I only got these 5, I guess I'll pitch 3 of them and not plus. So this will actually, sure, you have to wait to your second attack, or even the best part about the card is you get to do it on block. And that's one of the coolest things ever. And thank you, Templar, for coming back as an attack. That's an old reference. Sorry for the new kids.
As someone else pointed out, repeating Smash is a void card as well. And it has 4 keywords. You want to You want to try and
8 high for
8 high for 10 where checks can't be modified.
Yeah.
That's
for a Jabillion there, man. That's a kill card, and she gets to ready all those foundations she was committing for speed. Oh, it's so good. I need all the Rejuvenate. I need all the 100% smashes, please. Bring them.
I've been building Lock, and I was looking at going. I just need to build. I want to build Midnight. I just want to build all these things. I just want to build Midnight now. And Midnight's been one of my sideboard of Dabby the entire time, and so many times I was like, do I just switch to Midnight first?
Yes.
No, you stick with the girl who brought you to the dance.
I had to stay on brand last year. This year I'm trying to go out a little bit. But yeah,
I mean there'll still be double jet power decks. Let's be honest.
We're in round 3 already.
Yeah, we're round 3. We're going through
round 4.
Round 3.
Round 2.
Yeah, I was round 2. We're going to round
3 now.
Yeah, we're round 3. We're round 3.
So I get to pick at the top of round 3.
You do.
Yes, you do.
I do. I'm gonna see how many people I can annoy. I'm gonna grab a Denki 1.
Ooh,
okay.
That might be a bit of a reach, but we can talk it out.
Yeah, I mean you've got the futures now decks that are starting to pop up everywhere with Super Burst and
true.
You've got a lot of. I said Chaos got a lot of support. And a lot of it is momentum based as well. You've got a lot of Tamajiki stuff that loves to be face up, which Denki can do. Denki, I was going between Denki 1 and Denki 2, but I've been hearing, it might just be the UK scene, but I know Liam, who got into the top 4 of the RLE in the EU, has been playing Denki at provisionals. I know a couple of other people, like Ace Maneuvers, has been trying out Denki on all 3 symbols, and wants to top cut.
Yes.
He wants to top cut with all 3 symbols, and for that alone, I'm putting my round 3 on Sam Tate top cutting with Denki 1.
Call out.
You've excited Keenan in chat. He's all about playing the 1 million Delaware Detroit Smash and Denki, I think.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
Yeah, Futures now, Foundations over now, Jolt, and then 1,000,000% Detroit Delaware Smash. Let's go.
I mean, he also gets Spiral Blasts from Nedre and Nedre Wave. So, like, if you want, granted, they're not Charger's son, I think. I can't tell for off. I know it's Ranged and Fury is Nedre Wave, but whatever. Yeah. He gets free momentum.
Yeah.
And he gets he gets a free turn. He gets a free second turn.
Yeah.
What's bad? Nothing's bad about that.
Does he get bullet punches?
He's got to survive.
Does he get? Does Rap have order? Can Denki 1?
Yeah, Rap have order.
Yeah, you can abuse bullet punches with Denki.
Yeah, you could do that. That'd be kind of crazy. Yeah.
It's a risky pick, but I mean, I don't want to just. Yeah. My first 2 picks were fourth kind of midnight. I went a little bit. I need to go a little bit of a crazy one for my third one.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I mean, it's not quite present Mike 2 here, so you know.
Yeah. Oh, the Dave Wagner call out. Oh no.
That gamble did not pay off for Dave.
No, it did not. He talked himself into it. That's what it was. He talked
like, oh my god, this thing is insane. It's not.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's just bad. Yeah. Matt, right back to you.
So I'm gonna go with Toga 1.
Nice.
This character has only again gained more tools. In particular, there's like energy absorption, something another foundation. That's
energy absorption is insane.
Gain 1, but most importantly, it doesn't count as progressive difficulty to play attacks. So Gamer Toga is more gamer, right?
Yeah. Gamer Toga also gets 100% repeating smash. So she gets to ready everything.
I've seen
energy absorption punches for that, but I mean, like,
I mean, she's already running Future Charge and Heroic Strike, so why not?
Energy absorption in Mandalay has been doing some nuts stuff I've seen.
I just think energy suction just seems. Yeah. It just seems like a card you just windmill slam in there because all you wanted to do is get to that critical mass of 5 cards and pass your checks along the way, right?
Exactly.
I had a really crazy game this week where I played against the 5-hander who heals, and I was playing Mila 1, and I played Suction, Energy Suction, and we were both just gaining 2 for every single attack.
Oof.
That's nuts.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that's a
it's a solid pick.
For her. So that's where I'm going to go. I'm sure that at some point Bromley or Jose will play her again during this season, and they'll make a top pick with her. So
probably next weekend if Jose wants to keep his webcam title.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah.
That
sounds like a call out too.
Always been good, right? She's not got worse. She's got new tools. Like someone's that they're gonna lab her and make her back up there again.
So she kind of falls into me like in my same approach of Recovery Girl, right? Like they're characters you have to kill in a turn. If you don't kill them in a turn, then they're going to regain enough life. They're going to stabilize with their defense, and you're just going to have to reset it all, right, and try again. And that makes people play differently, and some people don't play that way. They just want to kind of poke. They want to get their momentum. They want to do those sort of things. And they're like, yes, please keep doing that. Yes. And I think that alone from a design standpoint, right, that character, it gives them an advantage in some matchups. So,
Right, Richard, we're now back on to you for your third pick.
So, I'm going to go with possibly a little Korma shop. I'm going to go with Midoriya too.
I already had it queued up.
Oh, now I gotta look at characters now. Thanks, Rick.
I think there's one that's so simple that no one said somehow.
He just gained so much from that Midoriya kit, right? Like a rewind throttle is just a 6/6 that cycles a card.
That card's great. Yeah.
And you can point and click whenever you need to with it. But you don't even just a 6/6 that cycles card is just good enough. Rejuvenated Smash is great. It's got calorie counter. You've got all the new foundations like Nice Try is one of the best foundations in the game. possibly. Like it's, and yeah, the good punch stuff has always been good. You could even play it on life and obviously do the 100% smash thing. Yeah, I think.
Let's just say that's probably the best SR in the set. It's fine. We could say that now.
Oh, I mean, it's clearly the best SR in the set. I think.
Yeah. Nobody liking a spear and a shield. A shield and a spear. No one liking that one.
Oh, they're all good. This one's just better. But that's not what we're here for. We're not drafting SRs. But I just felt like saying a hot take in the middle of Richard's speech.
No,
sorry, Richard.
No, you're all good. I'm a big fan of like the Deku 2 put together. I think it's really good. My only real concern with him would be a numbers thing. Is like we will just play Deku 4 instead and not necessarily gravitate back to playing Deku 2. But yeah,
definitely will see it and go back to it because there's a discard package that they've been waiting for those players, so they'll definitely want to go back.
Don't you just sideboard between the two? So if you're starting off with Midoriya 4, you got.
I think that's going to be the play. A lot of people are going to start as one and maybe go into the other one depending on matchups, you know. So
I maybe going second G-side into Deku 4 just for that extra.
The extra.
That's what I was about to say. I think that's the only scenario because I had that same thought at one point when I was theory crafting like a Deku 2 list of new, and I was like, why am I not just playing Deku 4? And then I was like, well, I feel like Deku 2 does enough different things. That, like there are some cards that he just likes more from even like the attack standpoint than Deku 4. Like Pippa and I were talking the other day about Deku 4 list or whatever, and she was saying how like she wants high impact cards, so she ran like a ton of 5 diffs, whereas like that's not how you would build a Midoriya 2 list, right? Like Midoriya 2 list, you want to go deep into a turn to make sure that you're getting across, as opposed to just play one, see what they do, play another one, all right, commit a few, and then pass and build out or something, which is what Midoriya 4 kind of wants to do. So I think that there will be a build and someone will figure out a way. And I think exactly what Richard just said is the best way to do it, which is maybe if you lose the die roll, going into that game 3 or whatever, because you won it and then you lost and whatever, then maybe you just board into it so that way you get to have this really awesome opener and you just kind of make it work. But I think the attack...
as Chris interrupted Richard with his hot take, I'm going to come in my hot take during Matt. Like makes it even. And Ready Get Set Go was banned purely because of Deku 4. He's like, you've got all the reasons, but Ready Get Set Go Deku 4 would have just been insane.
I think One With Nature got banned because Deku 4 was coming out. Like, I think that's really what happened here, because that's another free damage for your powerful. It's like powerful 5 then, and you're talking about adding to their block mods. But yeah, I mean, I think Ready Get Set Go got banned because it was a 4 diff instead of a 5 diff. Like if that card's a 5 diff, I think I'd probably sit around because then you can actually fail it.
Seeing 8 cards on Deku 4 going second, you were going to probably see one copy Ready Get Set Go and build at least 2 free cards in your opponent's in turn. No, there was not a chance.
It would definitely make you want to play him probably off a life more than the others. In a lot of situations, and to their point, like why they banned it, they were like, we don't want this to feel like a thing you have to do, right? Like they still wanted to have those options. So I
they didn't want everyone just building to free every single turn, just always playing where Ready Gets Set Go.
I mean, we're getting cremationed on 3 now, so what's the difference?
Build 2 pass. All right, go. Good luck.
Well, your opponent isn't building to deadlock turn 1 is the big difference.
We have a name for cremation up here. That is the issue because we have too many old players. We just call it bad hop. But
it is bad hop. It is not as good as hop, right?
Right, Chris, we're back over to you.
I'm taking Shigaraki 3.
Ooh, okay. Good one.
I was gonna take a set 5 character, but I'll wait till next round because I want to get bonus points. So yeah,
that's fair.
But I'm taking Shigaraki 3. The guy's still good. He didn't get any worse. He got cool. He got like some really cool attacks out of this set. Hey, he can play bullet punches. He can play all the things. He can play all this neat stuff. He has Night Eye stuff if he wants to play it for more control. He can play the
best SR.
Yeah, you can do that too.
He has to play a really weird order punch package.
I'd happily play a repeating punch. Is it a spiring punch, the one that commits foundations for each punch in there as well?
It's heroic strike.
Heroic strike.
He gets that too.
You got a heroic strike repeating punch deck.
It kind of has Gamer Toga energy to it, but his issue is he has to find damage somewhere, which is on the 1.3 million that comes after all this stuff. So, but he's still really good. He's not. He didn't get any worse. So
No.
Yeah, Shigeru 3.
Shigeru 3 is an absolutely solid pick, and I'm still getting over my double loss to Liam on that.
So there is a character on my list. I'm just kind of surprised that none of us have taken them. But
man, Richard's dropping hints now. Oh, this is crazy. Adam, it's up to you. You get 2 picks in a row, my friend.
I do, and it feels like too much influence here. Haven't thought about it and going back through things. I think I'm going to go with the Chaco 2. The 5-hander.
That's nice.
You did say 5-handers all day when we added you to the chat.
I mean, Rappa's in there, even though it looks like midnight right now. It's Rappa.
Yeah.
I just think she can play on Chaos. She gets all the Nejure's stupid stuff and all the support that comes with it. And Nejure Wave and Spiral Blast just wants 2 speed on it. Oh, Spiral Blast has Echo as well. So
yeah.
I just think she just gets to use everything as well. And I'll say it as well, but nice try that everyone has been mentioning it. I love that. It's such a popular card. I didn't realize it was so hot. So everyone was so up on it. It's great because you can put it, you can turn ready back up and she's got -3 in her face. So.
Right? Like Summer
She's
Heat.
very, very hard to hit.
Yeah.
There are certain people in our community that don't believe the XR Nice Try exists because no one has actually seen one yet.
I've spoken to Mike.
Them. They exist.
Okay.
They exist. I've seen one in person.
You've seen one in person.
And I keep asking them to get it from them because I will not put a non-foil card in my all-foil Midnight deck, and they will not trade it to me. So yeah, I will not put a non-foil in there.
I'm still chasing the final few foil cards in my Toga deck, and I'm upset I haven't found them yet.
And you get
you get
2 picks in a row.
Yeah, your second pick. Don't take my guy. I'm taking him next.
I'm trying my best. Right, there's double picks. There's too much pressure because I haven't thought that far ahead of you at this point.
Do you want a cheeky mimic?
No, I don't want a cheeky mimic. No, I'll stay off mimic. I think he's benefiting a lot. He's just been doing well. There's obviously the fallback I'm thinking of. I'll go ahead and say it. No, that's me too. Giro. She didn't get
yes. I'm surprised she dropped this far, to be honest with you.
It's the set 5 hype. It's the set 5 hype.
I'll go and take the problem in. I'll take the Giro because somehow she still has all her tools.
Yeah.
And that's what I was hinting at was like Giro in the 4th round seems like a lot of good value.
Yeah,
very good value.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take Giro. I personally have PTSD of specialized sound waves.
It could also be. It could also be what Matt was saying about Recovery Girl. We could be all dancing around the errata line because people are starting.
Yeah.
Basically, after Ojiro got hit, it's like now we need to deal with the other Giro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never can until it sounds the same. No, I don't know because she's obviously got the Futurist now sitting waiting to go. And even if she loses Specialized Soundwave, she just flips into that and Staff Strike. But if she doesn't get that and Specialized stays right, she can go either way and she's still good. And then, did she on symbol that got much air? Did they get much?
She got Nedre charges. She got charges from all of those.
You also got a 3 diff she got a 3 diff attack. That's a charge out of Mirio's kit.
Yeah.
So she did. Okay, good pick then. I'm happy with this one.
Yeah, very good. No, that was my next pick. If I had 2 picks, that and another character that I'm going to pick now because Giro picked. So.
Sorry, Negan, that Matt plays. The visuals aren't great. I'm going to get them updated for YouTube. But yeah, it's surprising Giro hadn't gone by this point.
Yeah. Mine might be a bit of a reach, but I'm taking him because I think he's just mechanically cool. So it is a cool character though. So it's Dodorio Sasaki.
Oh, are you absolute? That was going to be my next one.
That guy is nuts. Like committing. Okay, I block your stuff. Oh, for one, let me preface. He loses straight to Midoriya 4. Like Midoriya 4 murders this guy. That's fine. We get this. But the rest of the field. If we could dodge I get momentum shenanigans on my face and cards that are really good, which is a lot, but yeah, we got it. He gets minus speed, plus speed, commit stuff on your side, commit stuff if you block my attacks. If I block your attacks, I make you check hack that you can fail on your turn, yada, yada, yada. The guy has really good symbols. Chaos, Evil, Order. Got a whole lot of tools. They're very good symbols. He can kill you with all three of his symbols are really good. I'm just gonna say that right now, guys. I think he's really cool.
There's one reason I think he might not see as much play, and that's because All Might 4 is still hanging around.
Correct. Yes. Yes. Correct.
You don't want to get from momentum if you can try. I mean, he. Sorry, he did something that Jada used to do. That was my oldest love. But he doesn't have as much of the shenanigans.
Yeah, he can actually make you fail that last foundation if he wants to.
Yeah,
like if he's going, he has I guess I picked two characters that are kind of similar. Like Shigaraki 3 can also do that going second.
Yep.
Where he's like, you fail. You're like you fail that. You don't get a fourth foundation, so you're behind the entire game if you don't have another one in hand. So yeah, he has some really big, really neat energy, and I want to play this character a lot because I think he's really cool. Plus, his cards look great.
Yeah, his cards.
His cards look sick.
Big shout out to Stephen Clarkson, who's trying his very best to try and get hold of 4 XR of every single one of his sloshed and attacks.
So Inverted Knife Strike, I didn't think it would look really cool XR, but his face is foil, and it looks so cool. It looks really good.
Yeah,
looks really good.
Got the XR sloshed off of me, and it's all it's all foiled as well. The Soul Skull, it looked, and I was happy to sell it to him because if he's after them all in a year, go.
Yeah, it might have been a reach, but I think he's going to show up.
No, I think it's right.
Someone's going to lab. He's going to be like what I like to say is someone's going to take this character and lab him the entire season, and then he's just going to win a tournament with it because I think this character's that good.
Yeah, we should look at Pasadena. That top cut was really diverse of characters that we hadn't seen in there, and we could see other events like that coming down, which everyone loved. Everyone loved seeing that top 16 and being like, this is a really diverse group of characters, and we're all here for it.
Yeah.
All right, Richard, pick number 4, please.
So, obviously we've got webcam come up next weekend. So for my round 4 pick, I'm going to pick Jose Narono.
Nice.
So I'm going to pick Kirishima 3.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, that's more Fidu 21 than it is Jose, but yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
That's fine.
Yeah, because I know he's very high in that character. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays him and just wins that tournament next weekend. So, yeah.
My only issue with Kirishima 3 is he has no twice per turns to be errated.
He's pre-errated.
He's pre-errated.
He's pre-errated, yeah. They probably printed it then. You know what? Let's just preempt ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So, here's my thing with K3. I went and I was like, oh man, can Death, Foundation, Destruction finally be a thing again, right? So I took all the Death cards that I could, your Evil Gazes, your Merciless Rushes, all these different things, right, that he gets to interact with and do cool stuff with. And I just goldfished. I didn't even I sleeved it up and I goldfished. And something about 7-handers in my black sleeves, which is what I used to run Eraserhead 1 in. And if you know anything about me, I love Eraserhead 1. I absolutely do. Probably my favorite character from a design standpoint, and mechanically, I think he's incredible. But that deck hates me. And no joke, I did it 3 goldfish attempts with Kirishima 3, and every single time it was like, check all the attacks, draw all the foundations, never get to do anything fun. And I was like, I'm done. I'm taking it apart. This is not for me. So I'm glad someone else picked him because I do think he's a really cool character and has a lot of potential. But man, you will not see me play that deck.
The universe told you no.
Right, exactly. It's like alone in my room, and the universe is like, "Don't do it." I'm like, "Okay."
I like it's the Shigaraki one for me. He gets around chivalrous because it's a character effect, and you've got Unbreakable, which is now anti-destruction as well, as long as you've got momentum. I think it's going to be a lot harder to destroy boards, but if you come across the right deck, Kirishima 3 is just going to go, you don't get to play the game.
Yeah, I think he murders 5-handers. I think he really does.
Once he hard.
I played him in our first pre-release, and I played against a 5-hander in our first round, I believe. It's like the minute I got the foundation lead, that guy had no chance. It was just well, okay, I full block this, snipe to snipe. Hey, look, I get to do this cool thing. You have no board. I just win because I have 10 foundations and you have 3.
And he has Ophidiophobia printed on his face, basically, right? Walking type ability. That's nuts. And it's just free. And it's after you successfully block. So you don't even have to, think and commit out. You're just like, oh, I blocked that one. Cool. It's not going to do any damage. Next one, you're like,
It is completely blocked though, right? If it's completely blocked, so so like jolts, throws, anything like he's just really like solidly. I know a lot of people in the old game, the old version of the game, 3 ability characters are usually really good.
Yes,
they're usually really good.
You know, they don't need the third one is the problem. Like, it would have been great with
usually they don't need the third one, but the third one's like I think hey, you partial block this, you're still gonna eat pretty much full damage. That's the icing on the cake. Everything else was what was there. They just added this ability, because they wanted to give him an enhance. I guess.
He has got things like Unbreakable, which has got the commit cost of if this attack's blocked, it's considered completely blocked to just help trigger his ability.
Yeah, that is 7-handers and Wet Dream, that card.
Yeah. And I've been looking for a 7-hander to play, which is why I was like, oh man, this is gonna be awesome. I'm telling you, man, like something about I put Rappa in those same sleeves just for the record, and immediately had fun with the deck, and it performed well. So I don't know, it's weird.
Technically, he's a 7-hander kind of, so it's kind of it's cool.
Exactly. That's what I told myself.
My personal favorite card from his kit is Facing Danger, just because I love Stun 1 to build 2 if it can't be fixed.
Yeah.
It's absolutely. We're back on CMAT.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna continue to try to play it safe, and I'm gonna take Tokiyami 1. It's a character that I think is kind of flavor of the month for a lot of people. And they're committed players, just like we were talking about earlier with some of the other characters, right? Who are just like, this is the character I play, and they're gonna travel to some events. Dan Nelson comes to mind, right? Like he played this character a lot. There's no shortage of quality players who are going to look at this character and try to figure things out. Twisting Asher Inferno is still a card, it's still very good with him. So I haven't looked into a set 5 build of him yet. And even further, I will fully acknowledge that I think in set 5, there's a lot more things that just say that attack doesn't do my life total. Whether it's the Kirishima Foundation, whether it's like things like Kirishima himself, who says if I block it, it deals none, like those sort of things. And those things are a problem for Tokiyami. So the list may have to adapt and evolve instead of just kind of building these giant all-in decks. Maybe they go back to being like long strings where I'm doing 7 to 10 damage with multiple attacks, and you have to make tough decisions there. But all that being said, I think this character's still solid. Like, the Stronger in Darkness hit hurt him, but man, it didn't stop him. It didn't neuter him to the point where he's not playable. He
didn't win nationals after.
For me, it's the Chris Smith. What you were saying, the argument of All Might 3 going. What do you want to do to All Might 3? Block him. What do you want to do to Tokiyami? Block him. Then you got Nedry Wave.
I was just gonna say that. Like, he's like he could be one of the best Nedry Waves decks. Like,
it's a great addition to that deck. Absolutely.
Yeah. Viral Blast gives him an Echo attack. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
And gains him health with the Echo attack.
Yeah.
Right.
There's still so much power baked into that character, right? That hasn't gone away. I think that kind of best deck in the room, Chaos Tokiyami from Nationals, isn't that has gone away, and I think it has to, like you're saying, just look at things differently. But the thing I'm actually more interested about looking at Tokiyami is looking at Evil, right? He's gained so much from Evil, and it's like that was like the symbol that didn't exist before. Fire, you can play all the actions quite aggressive. But, is there some sort of cool evil thing you can do with him? Again, I haven't looked at it, but it's interesting.
Well, and we even saw there was one of the I want to say provisionals last year where an Evil Tokiyami did make top 16. I think it lost in top 16, but I remember on day 2 there was an Evil Tokiyami, and then there was like a Fire, of course, and some other things. But yeah, to your point, I think all of his symbols have only gained more tools, and there is so much just directly baked into that character. Like, you might even be able to do something crazy with some sort of just ally package with him now, right? Like, you got all sorts of cool ally stuff. Maybe there's something there. I don't know. I haven't even touched the character, but I was just scrolling through and I was like, oh, no one's picked Tokiyami yet? All right, whatever. That seems like a pretty reasonable pick. It's sort of like Jiro in the 4th round, right? Like,
it's
Jiro in the 4th round.
And also, Chaos got a whole new load of defensive tools, and that was one of Tokiyami's biggest issues of against another hyper-aggressive deck if he didn't have the blocks. And it might just be an issue of if Rapper's in there, Tokiyami just doesn't get to do anything because he's going to get stomped turn 2.
Right. Well, and how does Tokiyami get over Mirio? Like, that's a question he has to be able to answer as well. And there's things, to your point, like I'll fire, maybe he runs Capture Evildoers, because that sure does hurt Mirio. And now, granted, Mirio can run it as well. I get it, but you're going to need to evolve your game and change the list up to Richard's point.
It doesn't matter if you're -1ing all Mirio's attacks if they get him +2 on the face.
Yeah, it's
Right.
very
Excuse me. Sorry.
So yeah, Brett, over to you, buddy.
Yeah, right, we'll go this, and then I believe Richard wants to.
Yeah, we'll have a quick recap after your first pick and just go through the first one.
I'm going to go and make Nicholas Rigg happy, and I'm going to grab an Endeavour 2.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. He's put a lot of work. That's another. See, that's a character that Nick's put a lot of work into, and he's seen some results. So that's really, really cool. That's a good pick.
Yeah. Fire, Evil, and Earth all got huge buffs this set. He's got a lot of access to, like you saying.
Earth didn't need it.
Earth didn't need it all, but Nick got into top cuts with Evil and Endeavour. Showed people the power of Crushing Truth, which is absolutely brilliant. Because I love that card already. But
I run that card. Yeah, that card's cool.
Having access to all the overhaul stuff as well, and like being able to play his face down foundations, like we were talking in the pregame. I think Endeavour 2 is a solid pick, but I wanted to also try and edge my bets and get a few more points from him as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Again, there's just a lot of just sort of raw power baked into his face, right? And it's not he's not linked to anything. He's not baked into any other packages. It's just like he just does stuff on his face. Has a lot of hit points.
Right. He is generically good.
Like, generically good.
There's strength in that in our game. Like I've often realized early on, and then even preached since, is that it's not the super complex and wordy abilities that are actually the strongest normally. It's the ones that are very straightforward and very simple. And those end up being the ones. Like a great example was Dave's Champ Foundation, right? It was just destroy it to pitch a card from your card pool and draw a card. And the card was insane, like
yes, it was.
But it's not flashy, right? Like it's not higher caliber.
Oh, come on! It had the best art in the game.
Oh, it did have napkin art, which is amazing.
You have napkin art, which is the best.
You've also got the health game matters decks, like testing with quirks. So if you know you're blocking this, you just lose the 1, gain the 2. And then that feeds into the Endeavour ability. It's going to be really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, quick recap. So we've got Brett has got fourth kind, then Midnight Denki 1 and Endeavour 2.
Yeah.
We have Matt with Deku 4, Recovery Girl, Toga 1, and Tokiyami 1. You got me with Overhaul, Eraserhead 1, Deku 2, and then Kirishima 3. Chris has All Might 3, Mirio, Shigaraki 3, and then Deidoro. And Adam has Nomu, Rapper, Achako 2, and Jiro. So how are we feeling about our picks so far?
I'm feeling pretty solid.
Jiro in the 4th round, boys. We have failed the world.
We got too hyped up on set 5. It's still too fresh.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
I fully expected to lose it. I was just going, I'll not get Jiro. I'll pick Nomu. And it's like, she's not going yet. What's happening?
Yeah.
I know, right?
I
2 rounds later, he's like, she's still here.
I know.
It's one of those things that we know Jiro's going to top cut, so it's long gaming it because you want to get the most points for it as well.
Yeah. Exactly.
I feel like the back half of the draft is where things get real spicy, right?
Yeah.
Because at this point, that's a pretty well established top 20. There's a few wild card picks there. Chris is crazy, but outside of that,
I am.
There is. It's pretty well established. So I feel like the back half is where we're going to really see some exceptionally hot takes and kind
of. For my pick going into round 5, going for the spice pick, I'm going to take just as big a risk as the Recovery Girl, maybe even bigger. I'm going to say in the 1 month that she's legal, Bubble Girl is going to top cut.
Oh my god! Whoa, that's a hot take there, bro.
Bubble Girl's to me because I look at her and go, okay.
I mean, how many people are actually gonna own her and play her in that month that she's legal? That's what you have to think.
You've got to remember the last RLE is on the 30th of September. It's the last day of the season, so that gives you an entire month of her being legal to prepare and get it. Yeah, prep.
Oh wow, that's a hot take there, buddy. That's a hot take.
That's a round.
Sorry, that's a bubble take.
No, my round 8 pick is locked. I know what my round 8 pick.
Okay.
Oh, it's definitely. I'm taking him in round 7 to spite you, so you don't worry about it.
I'll be surprised if you did. I haven't really come across many people that.
Oh no, I'm not wasting my 7th round pick on that guy. No.
Oh no, Dabby isn't my round 8 pick. Dabby isn't my round 8 pick.
Oh, fair. Oh, he's your next pick.
Probably.
Get it.
But yeah, Yeah, that's a hot take there. Bro.
Yeah,
good
for me,
I mean that's Virgin on Present White too. Quite frankly,
she's. I mean, with her kid as well.
Present Mike.
She's. If you know you go up against Rapper, you can be like bullet punches. You can reduce the speed down. She feels like Midnight 2, but with a bit of Toru 2 mixed in.
Yeah, no, like she's really cool. She's very, very cool, and she gets to block one thing super, super good.
Yeah.
And then she gets to block other things kind of okay.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, she's not bad. It's just, like, she's going to own Echo Dex. Like, Echo Dex just lose to her, right? So that's just basically it. And then everything else is, she's going to have to, like, find her damage somewhere because it's on her foundation, I guess. You know?
I think the main thing is going to be the surprise factor. No one's going to expect her in the 1 month that she's legal. And she'll sneak in a top cut.
I mean, I think using her offensively is where she's going to shine. Like defensively, you're just kind of guessing, right? But like offensively, when you're attacking, you can be like, oh, hey, I'm going to run the good Echo package, right? Or I'm going to run the Echo attacks, and I'm going to buff all of mine, so then they all get 1,000,000 speed. And like, to your point, like she's kind of like Midnight then, right? Like deal with it. They're all getting +3 or plus, whatever speed.
If you can't deal with a 6 speed 1.3 million in Midnight, you're not going to deal with a 6 speed 1.3 million in Bubble Girl.
Right.
Very true.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So Matt, over to you, buddy.
So I am going to go, and we were just talking about how like kind of simple, basic abilities are generically good, and that is what I feel like this character is, and that is Nejire Hada.
Okay.
I
was so worried my draft was going to be in shambles for my next pick.
Nejire is at 721, which is like old school 7-hand size numbers, which is insane. She just gains 2 health, potentially 4 health over a turn cycle, which is also insane, just for playing the game. And then even further, we've already talked about how crazy her kit is and all these other characters. It's still real good in her. And I think the thing that you're going to see, and the reason she's not just going to be like the de facto everyone just plays this character, is because you have to learn when to push the button, right? Like you have to learn when you actually need to use her, reduce your total health. And a lot of people are just going to want to do it every single attack, and then they're going to think this character's trash because they never can get where they need to be. But once you realize, like, hey, this is the emergency, break glass in case of emergency type button, or in the game now type button, then where she's going to shine. And I think I also know that Tim Keefe is real big on this character and likes her a lot. And I fully expect Tim to play at some point. So she's going to make a top cut if Tim or this also has kind of like Kamui Wood feel to me. And I know
so Kanan, you looking at Kanan?
Also, I would not be surprised
looking at Kanan.
He jumps on this character at some point because like
won't be surprised.
I am intrigued by this character as well. But I do think there's other people who are more intrigued by her and also play her better than I would.
As chat's pointing out, do you know what's worse than your opponent getting a momentum turn 1? Is your opponent getting a momentum turn 1, then healing the cremation damage back up on their first foundation.
Yeah, very true.
Right.
And as she pointed out, dual needle lunge as well. You play dual needle lunge, you play foundation, you get through that health back.
Oh, true. Yeah. Yeah, I saw Tam fight a dude on his stream. Shout outs to Tam Cardwell. The guy played a Nejire Air Fury deck that was just balls to wall aggro, like nitro explosion, manifest to get 1 billion momentum. It was insane. Like turn 2 had like 5 momentum and just like, well, deal with it. You know, it's like just threw a powerful a stun grenade with like 1 billion speed. You're stunned out, yada yada yada, manifest and all that stuff, and it was neat. I want to try that. That character is cool. But as Matt said, people like to push your button every turn, every attack. So obviously, there's going to be some give and take, and you're just going to take the character is going to have to you're going to have to learn how to play it. She has a lot of old school 7-hand size spike energy with me because like she's just generically good. Just generically good. Sorry, you guys who were new. Adam, Matt, no. Spike 1, very generically good. Yep.
It was Spike 1 got some spice. Spike 1 got shotgun at one point, and that was its own problem.
It's kind of the Shigaraki free stain 1 kind of issue of it's knowing when to push the button will make or break the game.
Yeah, I can definitely see Tim Keefe like top cutting with an Nejire quite happily.
Oh yeah. I know. Like I said, I mean, he got to preview that character, and I think from that moment forward was like, I love this character. I need this character in my life. Why are people not on this character? I'm sure he wants to play other things too, but from talking to him, he's definitely high on some Measure A.
Yep.
Well, that was just one of my 2 options for this pick.
What was the other option?
I'm gonna go with. I'll go with All for One.
All right, okay.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you have.
So
Richard,
I'm obviously personally quite high on this character. Like I've been playing it on Void quite a lot with the Kicks package, and I know a lot of people are looking at him on the Chaos stuff. And like I don't think I've quite cracked it on this guy, but I think there is something there with him, and I think someone will crack him certainly on the Chaos stuff. He just being able to get always having that free momentum, having effectively wall cling on face, being able to just put free damage on everything on face.
I think
these are all good things, right?
Yeah. I think the biggest hindrance to him in the last season was All Might 4. There was no point playing a character that gave you free momentum when there was a big punchy guy that we'd store your momentum around.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't shown up at least in more representation. Like I don't even remember seeing his name, like unless he's in the others category when they do the write-up, like of showing up at all, which surprised me because to your point, he's got the 3 ability rule, right? He's got 3 generically good abilities. How is this guy not making more of an impact? I'm right there with you. Like I think on the Void list, I went at one point in time and theory crafted like a Void kind of ramp build where I was just trying to build as many face downs and stuff to get his damage pump as big as I could, as quick as I could, kind of thing. And I didn't ever get to test it out. Seemed kind of neat. And then I pivoted to a chaos build, which I also have not tested out, but again, seems kind of neat. I think the character's just generic cool. So I think it's a solid pick.
He does get rejuvenating smash on Void.
He does get rejuvenating smash.
Yes, he does get that. Yeah.
You can play a punch Void package, everybody.
Yeah. Mine was just more the standard kicks and
no, I get you.
Burst and acceleration stuff.
Well, and he helps address Void's problem, which, as we pointed out earlier with the Razorhead, is finding damage, right? Like Void normally kills you like 6 damage at a time. Not All for One. All for One's like, I'm going to kill you 9 to 10 damage at a time.
And
how you feel about that?
Evil got a massive power injection this set, and the Evil symbol is right there. He gets access to all the overhaul crew.
It just takes time. I think he's just a character that's going to take someone time. Like Richard's saying, he hasn't cracked it, but he's close. So I think it's what's going to happen. Someone will crack him.
Richard's been playing him a long time, and as much as I'm an overhaul enthusiast, I know Richard has got more hours clocked with overhaul than I have.
Off one. And also, on Void, he does say non-throw, but tape swing isn't a throw. And that was always a fun thing to do, just leap that every turn. So, there's cool things you can do with him.
Yeah. So, moving on to Chris again.
Okay, so I'm going to see if the one character I have in mind goes past Adam's 2 picks and go back to me. So I'm going to reach again, and I'm going to take Sora Mitsutabe. I'm taking that
guy. Absolutely.
I am
glad you said
taking Hungry Man. I'm taking the Hungry Man.
Hungry Man.
That guy is crazy.
He is.
He is nuts. He gets to eat your cards and get you minus. He gets damage and he gets to draw a card, and then he goes, "Hey,
you know what?
I get effective +1 speed on my cards. Because if you block, or if you even play you can play a really cool flood package off of Evil. Tongue Whip has never been bad, ever.
He's also got his common attack that is momentum hate.
His only attack can get nuts. So we know
it's momentum hate and it's ridiculously good. I've been hit.
There were a subset of characters in the King of Fighters set back in the old game that loved to clear card pools for benefits, and people were like, "Isn't that bad to clear your opponent's card pool?" But it's like, "Hey man, I get to draw a card, get damage, and give you minus to your checks. I'm in." Yeah. He's super good. And then he gets to randomly destroy a foundation if you full block something gets blocked once a turn, it's like, I'm down. And he has some good symbols. I think Evil's going to be the symbol people are going to gravitate towards him just because it has the card pool clog. But I also think Death and All aren't that far behind because they can play a different style of deck, and that may surprise some people.
Yeah, I think the thing is that he basically just says, don't block my stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because so to your point, you're going to have to build him with the card pool clog stuff if you want his ability to be online, or
he has big Sarah 1 energy.
Yeah, or you're going to have to play cards that they actually do things if they're not blocked, right? So then your rival has to then decide, like, oh man, well, if I don't block this, then he gets this additional benefit. And I haven't looked at him too much. I like, to your point, like, I think that the key is you have to have things to put in their card pool. If you can't do that, then at that point, your deck just doesn't do anything. Then he's blank, right? Both his abilities are blank because they both trigger off being completely blocked or even partially blocked, right?
He's getting sticky balls from obviously his foundations, but he's not on symbol with Seto 2, which makes me really sad because I'd love to be able to play that attack in Seto.
Well, I mean, you get.
He does get Eat My Sticky Balls, which is a bad 50-20. It's a bad 50-50 for your opponent. He gets to yell "Eat My Sticky Balls," so
I mean,
Lenoco should be excited for that.
So you get Eat My Sticky Balls, Tongue Whip, Amphibious Ambush. You get his and Eat My Sticky Balls is a ranged Fury, I believe. So it goes off Amphibious. Evil does seem to be a very strong symbol on him. Going back to
one of the ones I've looked at, and as Keenan said in chat, Ashley's like really high on him. So yeah.
Yeah, he has very old school player mentality on him. Like he's like an old school player's dream because like he plays like an older character. So
I got
very cool.
I pulled an X out of him and I was very excited. I was like, this is a sign that I just need to play him at least once in a provisional.
Yep.
And
man.
At my locals, we've got an Asui 2 player, and that's why I'm like, I do what you do, but better.
Oh, yeah. Asui 2 wishes she was this guy. Yeah. Asui 2 wishes she was this dude. Yeah, for sure.
It's that Suicide Squad meme of he does what I do, but he does it better.
Yeah, exactly.
So Adam, over to you, buddy.
The double pick.
I get two bags back. Right, okay. One is a serious pick and one is good. Will be Toya from the new set.
Oh, he was on my list too. Oh, that guy's cool. Yeah,
he's really cool. I've currently got a deck with him playing with him yesterday, and the ability just to go, did you check the best card in your deck? I'm just going to commit a card, a foundation, and I'll just play a copy of it. And then I'll play Borrowed Goods, so discard a card from your hand. And then I'll play another weapon, and then I'll play Blood Moon Rending. So give me 2 cards out your hand with this. I know you've been beaten to death. He just seems really good. And if my current build's on evil for him, because he's got all of the support from Overhaul, face down mechanics. So you can flip your face down, you get +2/+1 on pretty much all your attacks, and then you've got the other cards that give it your speed or damage equal to the amount of cards you got face down. So I think Toya is actually pretty good at this point. I don't know if anyone will play him, but I like him.
Nathan Squire, one of the EU players, has built a list that is 36 foundations and 4 ultimate combinations. Just going, I'm just going to poke every turn, get a lot of momentum, and then slam this big punch at your face.
Yeah, that works too.
He's like, I'm not going to win any events, but no one's going to see this coming.
No, I think he gets a card advantage and gets to essentially play both decks at the same time. Yeah. So he's never going to be starving for anything. He's never going to not have a couple of attacks.
Being able to utilize your opponent's best attacks is great. It's not going to work every single time, and you can't. You can't do it. You can't mess with combo decks but you still can have a lot of fun with it. It seems to be like a decent one.
Like nobody plays bad attacks.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you don't play bad attacks.
Me not included in that.
Yeah, but you always have like your kill shot card or this awesome bridge card or whatever or like okay cool you're a nerd, you're playing back alley haymaker, I get to play your back alley haymaker against you every turn. How do you feel about that?
Yeah,
do you feel great? Does that feel nice to be stun 2'd every turn? How does that feel? Do you like that? I may be going through some PTSD right now.
You check to jolt. That's take 1 every single turn.
Exactly. Do you play Rejuvenate Smash? I can just do 4 as my second form. I'll just take draw 2 and get 2. Like this is fine. I also the other hand hands on anyone that likes meteors or momentum nonsense is that you discard a momentum. I get a momentum. So is really nasty if you just slam through them back to back and go, I'm afraid you don't have anything. You've got a powerful attack in your bin, though. I'll play that.
Yeah.
No,
just like having Capture Evildoers on an attack is just so very good.
Pretty much. So,
Yes,
there's
I like
so much momentum hate this set.
So wait, was that your non-serious pick or was that your serious pick?
That's a non-serious pick.
So for everyone at home, what's your serious pick?
I think the serious pick for this one is going to be Death Arms.
Death Arms?
Cool. My character is saved. I can grab her now.
I think Death Arms has gotten a whole bunch of 5-diff attacks he can make great use out of.
I mean, we saw Kyle get to the top cuts of an RLE with Death Arms, utilizing the ability to commit foundations and using a lot of Earth's committal in itself and stun just to keep an opponent from playing the game.
Yep.
I mean, it's not the most honourable way to get to top cuts, but if your opponent can't pass checks, you're going to win.
I know exactly. If you can pass checks, you'll get there, but I think, again, he's another character that's benefited free, so he's getting all of their 5s. So he's getting Spiral Blast, he's getting Vast Hybrid Kraken, or he could just go play Earth and play Air.
Play Earth,
yeah. He gets a lot of he gets the Overhauls kit, which is going to be great. He gets Kirishima's kit, which is going to be great.
Yep. And he can still dual needle lunge into Winged Nomu.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, you can fall back on that.
That's always fun.
I mean, with Chaos, he gets access, like you're saying, he gets access to Mirio stuff, which is going to be a lot of decent 5 stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
His Phantom treats are going to be the biggest.
Yep. Yeah, so with Death Arms was my more serious choice, so I did hype up Toy out. I just think Death Arms is good stats.
So I'm surprised this character hasn't been taken, and I'm going to get insane value out of it. I'm drafting Nathan DeWalt. Momo Yasurozu.
I was literally just looking at what Momo getting this set.
I am taking Nathan DeWalt as my 5th pick. Yeah, I'm taking Nathan as my 5th pick.
That's fair.
Yeah. I don't know how she dropped this far, but that character's still good.
I think it's more that people just won't. It's a numbers thing for me with Momo.
Yeah,
right? I think there's too many cool new toys for other users to play.
Oh yeah. Oh, I get you. But she's still good.
Yeah.
She could still block with the best of them. She could still kill you eventually. So yeah.
She still laughs at a lot of stuff you're trying to do, and with all these new assets that are floating around as well, she gets a lot stronger. She just gets to build them in with the block.
Yep.
No, that is an absolutely solid pick. Momo is on there. Nate DeWalt has been playing her, 2 years now? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. He dabbled into Kirishima 2 to qualify for the HLC, and then he went back to her.
Yeah, he sold out.
He sold out.
We're approaching...
I think we all did. There was money involved.
Can you blame that one?
Hey, I played W1 the entire HLC. I'm fine.
That's fair. Yeah.
Nate DeWalt was on Eraserhead day 1 of HLC as well, but most people were.
Yeah.
Richard, we're moving on to you for your pick number 6.
Yeah.
This is starting to get hard.
It is.
I just realised I get the last pick, and I'm going to hope my round 8 guy stays here all the way till the last pick. Because I said my round 8's locked.
I'm going to go with Dabby 2.
Ooh.
Interesting. Stealing my boy.
His spiral blasts are the biggest.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
And again, it's just one of those premier, I'm either going to kill you on 2 or it's over kind of characters, but he does put so much damage on everything. Yeah.
And
he has put up a couple of top cuts, right? Certainly in season 1. At least one, I think Tam came close with the all throws build.
Yeah, at Kansas City he came really close. He was 17th, I think.
Yeah. So we'll go with
Chaos got a lot stronger. Yeah, all got a lot stronger. Fire got decent support. W2 was probably going to be my pick this round if you hadn't grabbed him, because as much as I love W1, there's so much his throw ability is so much worse than when I was playing him last year, because set 4 and set 5 have introduced a lot more throw hate and a lot more damage reduction. damage ceiling on block as well. And that's why I'm not playing him as much as I don't have the same confidence I did even at the HLC. Matt, we're over to you.
So I'm going to hedge my bets here, which is if Recovery Girl does get banned, then I think this character could make a triumphant return, which is Asui 1.
She was one of my other picks too.
Because right now she kind of plays the I'm going to do 6-ish damage to you nonstop kind of thing, right? Which is not what you want to do. She's a 7-hander. She can put together long turns and maybe she can kill something like a Recovery Girl on a single turn, but that's a tough matchup for her, right? She hits a critical mass, she flips all her things face down. She can't do anything in the matchup, she just loses to throws. GG. But
she did get Tongue Lashing 2.0 back.
Right. That's the main reason that I'm picking her, right? Is that I think off of air or water now with Meteor, then she has a new kill condition, right? She can actually just sit here, and they don't have to be ready either. That's a key difference between it and the original. So like it's just for each face down. So even if she's completely tapped out to pass and play the attack, she's still going to get plus 5 to 10 damage on this thing. So it's going to cross for 15-ish, maybe top end probably. And it's a 7 speed. Like that's a very real kill condition. So I don't know if she'll show up before then. She might. Maybe Recovery Girl just isn't that favorable, but I'm going to hedge my bets there.
I mean, like again, she's got all of that raw power, like Tokyo One. She's got all that raw power baked into the face, right?
Yeah.
She's gained obviously the big dunk now. So yeah, I think if the format becomes a little bit more friendlier to 7-handers, then I think she's going to be one of those top picks there.
Yeah, I was looking at my picks so far, and I was like, all I picked are 5 and 7-handers. We'll see how that goes.
So for the final pick around 6, I was going to go with W2, but I'm going to heed some advice from Chris Smith about Air Furies, and I'm going to go Bakugo 1.
Oh, nice! Oh, baby.
Because he's
you want a cool piece of tech for the death version? Hardened Fist goes hard in that character. Hardened Fist is great. I know it's not Air Fury, but the death build is sick because Hardened Fist goes, I get 2 damage and rebuild this foundation. That's pretty neat.
I feel Bakugo 1 has always been on the cusp of making top cuts, and you point out Air Furies, Kirishima's brought in a lot of stuff, Fire brought in a lot of Bakugo 1 might just be able to follow Deku from last season and finally make a bit of a top cut.
Yeah. You've taken this from me, Brett.
Is that going to be your next pick?
Draft in shambles. In shambles.
That's the point of the draft. I get the double pick.
You do.
Yes, you do.
I really should pick Dabby 1, but seeing as I know I'm probably not playing him this season, there's no point because he's not going to top cut. Nobody else will play him. I wasn't expecting to have to pick twice in a row.
You knew this from the beginning of the draft.
I did.
You'd be picking twice, Brett. Come on.
This is what it's like trying to podcast this guy, honestly.
Oh my gosh, I don't know how you deal with it, Richard. Seriously, it's like Matt just tells me when to show up, and we just record, and I don't have to do anything but just jib jab the entire.
That's what Richard does. Richard just shows up and
the interspeech music a lot of times just to kind of keep it moving, but
exactly. We talk way too much.
Got in the guise of how have we gone this late without picking them. And to hit everybody grown, I'm gonna go with a Manata 2.
Oh, that's a good solid pick this late. I mean, he still gets played. He's still
playing, right?
Kyle will end up playing him. Kyle will never not play that character.
Yeah.
I'm saying Def got some. Definitely Evil got a lot of stuff. Did I pick? Did I pick one? I think
round. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think I got a couple good ones lined up for the last couple rounds. I hope they just last.
I think I know my last 2 picks. We'll see if they make it, but I'm definitely getting this next one for sure.
That's true. Because you're up.
I don't know. Oh, you have to because you're next.
So I'm going to go with All Might 5, Smash Might himself.
Oh, that's the one near dear to your heart.
It is. I love this deck. And here's the thing. So I have an all build of it. It's super fun. and it gets to do lots of cool card interactions. It also has the pseudo infinite in it, with the plus ultra smash, and All Might's mentorship, and award the victor or whatever. So like any deck that just can randomly just hit you for 5+ damage forever seems pretty good. Has to have a chance, right? Like I literally stole games because people just didn't realize what was happening until it was too late, and I was like, yep. And you just flip one and you make it 7 speed, and you're like, you want to block the 7 speed mid doing 5? Not really. Okay, well, let's keep doing this. So it's just a fun deck. It's cool. I don't know if it'll actually make top cuts at anything. Maybe it didn't really gain a whole lot from the new set. Like I've been looking.
I mean, you say that, Matt, but like you got Rejuvenate Smash, you got Rewind Smash, you got Vindicate Smash, you've got Repeated 100% Smash. They're all right symbols.
Yeah, but all those are not all, and I'm pretty tunnel visioned on all being his best symbol, just because of that infinite combo interaction, right? Like, because if you end up having to cut that, then you kind of, I think the deck loses a little bit of oomph, right? You don't have to have it. I played it without it initially, but once like you add in 2 cards, cut out 2 cards, and you're good to go. So, but yeah, I mean, 100%, you're correct that like he did gain more smashes off his other 2 symbols, so those other symbols might be equally or more viable now. I just hadn't explored them, but yeah, I think he's a really cool character, super thematic, super fun, and I had to pick a 6-hander at some point, right?
Yeah, so eventually. Yes. Yay! Eventually.
Coming to reach for the penultimate pick.
Yeah. So it's between 3.
You can only have one.
Yeah.
And hope that the 2 are there next time.
I also like how it's been daylight. In Richard's background, we can look through his patio door, and it was bright as day, and now it's dark as day outside. It's awesome. Yeah, I love episodes like this. This is great. Matt's more down for like the hour-long episodes. I'm always in for the long form because the kids love that stuff. So yeah, but whatever. It's cool. Kids love the stuff.
My kid does not love that stuff.
My 5-year-old would definitely be more down for a 10-second, like 10-second ones.
All right.
Maybe it's like just the old person in me.
Yeah.
It's fine. We'll just chop it down for it to TikTok. It'll be fine.
So I'm gonna go with
each pick, one video.
Mimic.
Ooh,
that's
a cheeky Mimic.
I like it. That's a spice pick.
Yeah.
I mean, Trigger.
Not much the character at all. Probably a character I'm never going to play or even build a list for. But I think there's something there, especially with those plus ultra cards.
Yeah.
I think they put him into that realm where I think there's something. I know Tam is very high on sort of Chaos Mimic. I know he thinks there's definitely something there. So, yeah, I think someone's going to do something with Mimic. That's kind of my feeling with it. I don't know what it is. It's not going to be me, but someone's going to do something with that guy. And, I'll get a cool 7-point bonus when they do.
Yeah, like I think that might be the guy's downfall is the fact that you need these plus ultra cards to actually play him well. Like Trigger, don't get me wrong. Like Trigger's the best of the 2 in my opinion. Like Trigger's nuts. Like that card's really good in him.
Yeah.
But like Trigger transformation, it's okay. It's like an icing on the cake type thing, right? So like Trigger you really want.
It's the fact
you need 4 triggers to play him. Yeah.
It's the fact you can keep picking up the Trigger transformations whenever you checked an asset. So Mimic just constantly gets to play that in 4 different attacks.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely nuts. Chris, over to you for your penultimate pick.
Okay, so like in the vein of picking set 1 waifu characters, we're taking Ochaka Uraraka 1 because how did she drop this far, everybody? She gets hybrid Chimera Kraken in her kit. Yes, she loses to recovery. She loses to Recovery Girl super easy. So let's just ban that character so we can play cool stuff all the time. Yeah, but she gets a lot of neat stuff this set. So Ochaka Uraraka.
Yeah, you're gonna have to answer to Xander there, Adam, as to how you lost Ochaka 1 to.
No one else was saying it. I was going to leave it as a late pick and have a nice
baby.
At the end. I got
not
Gino
really Yeah.
You don't get to have all the waifu material.
I mean, I haven't picked my wife with Toga too, but she's bad and we're going to leave her out.
Unfortunately, she's
bad. When you said
cool.
set 1 waifu, my heart was like, is he going to pick Mount Lady? Is one person going to pick Mount Lady?
She got really good too, but I'm not taking her because no one's going to play her at an RLE, so yeah.
But yeah, I think there's been a lot of people talking up Achako 1 and everything she gains in this set. So I can certainly see her getting in there.
Someone's gonna play her the first couple RLEs. Someone's gonna just be like, well, I get to snap Chimera Kraken and I get to play the Ochako 2 game the entire game. So I get 2 free speed. Pretty good.
Nice. Yeah, like it.
Yeah,
Adam.
Yeah, up to Adam.
It's me, and I'm not happy about it.
I ruined his draft. He's in shambles. He's scrambling.
Pretty much, yeah. It's been absolutely ruined the last couple of picks here. I'm scrambling.
Immediately tilted.
I'm getting confident my last pick is going to be safe. I'm right over this.
I think for this pick, I don't know if anyone's ever going to pick them as the issue. But they might because of what things have came around kind of alright. I'm going to go ahead and pick Mandalay.
Mandalay?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice late game pick.
I've liked Mandalay in the past just because she does old school kind of nonsense, but now she can really lead into Staff Strike.
Yeah.
And hit people with it.
Her rejuvenating smashes are sweet.
I've won a provisional Mandalay. She's absolutely nuts when she goes. I turned to a Tokiyami with Mandalay. It was beautiful. If you draw hot, you draw hot.
Yeah. Well, I went into not Tokiyami, Uraka. Actually, it was Xander's Uraka where I went, okay, attack. What was it? Foundation, attack, foundation, attack, foundation, attack, foundation, foundation. Can't scratch, commit out for it, die.
Yeah. Like she gets to play Rejuvenating Smash on like a 3 or something like that, which is kind of cool. When you play that energy absorption card, and then you're like, I'll respond, I'll play this, draw 2, gain 2. Cool. And I'll play as 100% Smash, and then I'll just do all this other cool stuff, and you die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
she gets to play the cool life stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to have to go and try and find all these Rejuvenating Smashes and 100% because I don't own them. Only one of each, and it's really sad.
It's also the good build of going, the future is now foundation. Milestone to my check. Staff strike on a 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another cop. That's a shame.
That's when that gets nuts.
Yep. So that's my current pick for the one. I think I'm going to go for a backup and hope someone still plays them. Maybe.
These are our last picks, right?
These are our last picks. This is the last round.
I don't like mine anymore is the issue because everyone's taking everything I was going to pick at this point. I think I'm going to go ahead and pick this one. I think I'm going to go for Shoto 2.
Oh, man! Oh. Darn it! Oh, he was on my board as my last pick. He was on one of the 3 I wanted. He's really good.
Yeah, he got some decent stuff. Yeah. Class Reunion was very nice to show.
Yeah, I'm thinking Clash Reunion was nice to Shoto for the attack in there. He gets Vast Chimera and the other range attacks in the set if he wants them. And if you really want to, you can play an attack pick up the Vast Chimera you hit them with last turn, play it again. Nonsense. So so he seems alright for the set. I don't know if anyone still plays him, but last pick is what I'm left
there's
with.
people who there's Shoto stands who still main that character. I don't know if they play at RLEs, but I know we have like 2 of them locally. Like we have 2 guys who locally like love that character. I like the character too, but I always struggle to build him because I don't know why. Because I want to do cool cheeky things with him and not actually build a good deck. So his game is really good still. Yeah. Like he still has stun 2 on his face. He still gets +2/+2. He still goes. When I touch you, I'm a 7-hander. So
and he sort of has almost like incidental momentum hate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like about him is that he is momentum hate on his face, right? Correct. Which is really key for a lot of these characters that we've been talking about. Like again, Mirio probably doesn't like sitting across from one of those because he's like, crap, I only got 1 momentum. I have to pick it up. I mean, that's cool. I can play that attack again and get it again, but I'm never getting to use that defensive ability.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a great counter pick to Sakaki as well. You go, you checked an attack, put it in your momentum. Shoto 2. Yeah, shopping, bud.
Thanks for the free card, nerd. Thanks for the free card, nerd. Thank you. We appreciate you. Yeah.
All right, you're feeling slightly better about this last pick then. Okay, we're fine with that then.
Oh, it was a good pick.
It was a good pick. Yeah, that might be a return on interest right there.
Yeah.
Over to you, Chris.
Okay, so I got 2 characters, both from set 5.
Ooh.
So, since it doesn't matter who, it's either Sir Night-Eye or Yu Hojo, because I think both of them are very good. They do totally different things, obviously, but like Sir Night-Eye has like that weird, I'm gonna mill you, but I have this backup plan where, I I'm going to speed you to death, and then I have this backup plan. I'm going to mill you. So if you are a 50 card deck, I'm probably just going to mill you. But if you're a real deck, I'll probably just try to kill you. But Yu Hojo has like this weird, cool Basilio San Juan energy where I just want to play cool stuff out of my discard pile, and I get to. I'm an effective 5-hander, but I'm really a 6-hander, but I'm not. But whatever. So.
And
we're going with my heart.
You're never going below 10. You're never getting put below 10 unless you die.
Yeah, but we're going with my heart. We're going with Sir Night-Eye.
I'm about to say, come on now. You've been hype on this character. If you don't pick him between those two, I'm going to be disappointed.
I think Sir Night-Eye is a sneaky good character. One, he's not really a 6-hander. He's not really a 6-hander. He draws so many cards. Yeah. He is like All Might 3 level of card draw. Granted, you do have to play his 2-check, which is worth the 2 to play.
Look, I just want to pause for a moment, and I want to point out that in round 1, Chris took All Might 3, and in round 8, he took Sir Night-Eye, his apprentice. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So we love characters that draw. So, and what do? They draw. But he also gets that cool. He gets that cool snap seal on complete block, offensively and defensively. And he has card draw. And he just has this really neat kind of timer in a way, like if your opponent wants to drag the game out. Like I think that's why Recovery Girl probably won't get banned, is because eventually she's just gonna lose to a Night-Eye who's just gonna mill her out, because it's just I play a card that says if I block a throw it deals no damage, and I get to draw a card. That's kind of nice, but then I'm gonna mill you out at the same time because I get to remove your foundations. You don't get to check them or build them from your discard pile.
Oh, that'd be the saddest Recovery Girl ever, to flip 3 foundations that all gain health and go, they can all be removed.
They can all be removed.
He's straight. I don't know if he beats her all the time, but he definitely makes it a lot harder on her. To win the game, especially if she's trying to play a long game.
He still doesn't want to just poke, right? He still just has to find the damage. Like, he can push damage through. He still just has to run attacks that do damage, and that's sort of all he has to figure out.
His little uncommon stamp out, his combo one.
Yeah, stamp out's great. That card's great.
Yeah. Just a sneaky little, it's actually really fast and does damage.
Yeah, it's on average a 7, mid-7.
Yeah.
On average, yeah.
Richard, you got it ready?
Yeah, Richard.
I didn't think you would get to me, but tonight I was probably going to be my pick here.
Asui too?
No.
Shin?
Shin? Cool.
Shin?
Yeah.
I don't think Shin's very good, unfortunately. Like, he's cool as shit, but
he's cool as shit,
So let's go with the cringe deck and see if anyone still plays. Let's go All Might 4.
The other it might get banned character. That's
one punch.
Yeah.
It's fine. Nobody over here doesn't care.
Until it gets banned, it's still there. Some people are probably still going to try and play it. I was going to pick tonight. We don't need to talk about the All Might 4 deck. Everyone knows what it does.
The One Punch Man deck.
So,
I think I underrated Night-Eye a lot when I looked at him, just because it says mill and I'm a mill hater. The only build I put together is Flexion Might and then all the 6 damage attacks so far, but that's about it. But I think there is definitely something there with Night-Eye.
Yeah.
So that's my.
So Matt, are you going to stop me from getting my pick here? That's the question.
I really, really hope he does.
Well, I can tell you my final pick, and again, because we're just in the last round, I'm going to go with Amajiki.
Nice. He was on.
I wanted all 3 of the big 3 to get picked. Even further, I think this is one of those decks, again, someone is going to crack this character.
Yeah.
Someone's sure, rushing stab is where you start, right? Like, that's a stun 3 attack that draws me more cards and my momentum. He can abuse it to draw even more cards. I think this character is really cool. I think he does need the game to slow down a little bit. I think if the game stays really fast, sure, he says after turn his turn 2, he says an attack each turn gets -3 damage. That's just gonna be on his face every turn, or +3 damage, which is not nothing. But at the same time, he needs the game to slow down a little bit. He's got to, if the game does, so you're talking about Night-Eye, right? If the game slows down, then this guy gets unruly as the game goes on. There is no cap on that damage pump or mitigation. So
no
and
cap,
it just gets
actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They did say no cap. I don't know what that means, but they say no cap.
Oh, okay.
I did do the
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. I would not be surprised to randomly see someone workshopping show up like off of air. Actually, all three of his symbols, but in particular, like water and chaos, have a lot of the face up momentum shenanigans. He gets to take advantage of those as well. I don't know. There's got to be something there. I don't know what it's going to be, but someone do it so that way I can get crazy points for it.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, part of it's a numbers game, right? He's just a very popular character, so I think a lot of people are going to register him. He does cool things, so
yeah.
And it's not. Is it? I believe he's not throw locked as well, is he?
No.
He can pump throws. Yeah, he can pump throws.
So
His zero grab lifts are nasty.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. Oh boy, they are. Yeah.
So following on with Matt's, the game needs to slow down for Amajiki to go. I'm going to pick the character that slows the game down the most, and I've literally had people on TTS just saying, change characters. I'm not playing against them again. I'm going with Lock.
Oh wow. Okay.
Because keeping 8 foundations committed and drawing 8 cards for defense seems really good. I fear that all my free matchup like no man ever should.
The freest win.
The freest win ever. You're correct.
But yeah, most people are playing like 3-4 of foundations at the minute, especially with if the deck so Deadbolts is just absolutely nuts. If you can just like name one thing. And for me, it's the second part of Deadlock's response, which says this card cannot be readied up until your next starts, which gets around things like requesting assistance. It gets around a lot of ways to get Toga 2 if it ever just rise up. I've been playing Mirio, I've been playing Overhaul, but Lock for me has been the one that's been the most fun to play because he's also got his locked up attack, which basically goes, if I've got momentum, you are not blocking this.
Yeah, that's true.
His biggest issue is just damage pumping, which I'm trying to get around.
Yeah, I was just saying, that's my beef with him.
1.3 million.
No,
he's miserable to play against. He just doesn't have the damage.
1.3 million is a good kill card, but you know what's a better one? Repeated smash. Because locked up is a punch.
Yeah, it is.
So you can go, my board's completely ready going into your turn. Yours is completely committed. Let's go!
Chris and Mike, do you remember the old character Roy?
Yeah.
Roy of the you only ready half your foundations every time.
Yep.
That.
Yeah,
that was miserable. But
I've been running this with 4 Proud Scions, 3 Conflict of Ideologies.
Oh, so you're going full ham on the freezing the middle thing.
I annoyed someone by going Jolt, commit Conflict of Ideologies, locked up, stun 1, flip.
You running that in there?
Flip requesting, ready up, Conflict of Ideologies. Which one?
Intense Stare.
It's not an order.
It is.
Is it? Oh, I didn't.
Yeah,
it's Sir Night.
Oh, I have to double check that one. But yeah, I'm running that one.
Especially since you're drawing back up a billion cards, you can pitch 3, commit their best thing, no big deal.
Yeah.
I'm running Chronostasis Trigger because it has freeze on face and it's a 2 block.
Yeah.
It's just a case because if I do damage, then you're just not getting to ready up. I think I think 8 is the one I've done the most.
Mad lad.
My game against Rapper was just so weird because it was a case of it didn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter with Rapper. It doesn't matter.
Until they got 3 attacks deep and they're like, if they checked to 3 and like, I have to commit Rapper. This is my last attack.
Yeah.
Did you live?
I did live, but
that's okay then.
The weird thing was, whenever they built to 8, they lost. But whenever they stayed on 2 foundations, they just kill me because they just literally launch 3 attacks, play 2 cards, and go, you can't.
Yeah, it's because they drew all the orange, so all the gray was still in their deck. That's
exactly. That's what happens.
They were playing 5 cards a turn, basically going, you're doing paper cut damage, and I'm killing you on face damage.
Right.
But no, go on. I'm happy with my picks. I got my round 8 that I wanted to get there because I think Lock is one of those underrated cards that I think will get in there with just the painstaking you don't get to play the game deck.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get the 8 points there, but I'm happy with my picks. And Richard, would you like to go over the picks because unfortunately the visual isn't there?
Yeah, I can do. So we've got Brett has Fourth Kind, Midnight, Denki 1, Endeavour 2, Bubble Girl, Bakugo 1, Mineta 2, and Lock. Matt's got Deku 4, Recovery Girl, Toga 1, Tokiyami 1, Nezure, Asuri 1, All Might 5, and Namajiki. I have Overhaul, Erasehead 1, Deku 2, Kirishima 3, All for 1, Darby 2, Mimic, and All Might 4. And Chris has All Might 3, Mirio, Shigaraki 3, Deidaro, Tabe, Momo 1, Achako 1, and Sanai Eye. Adam has Nomu, Rapper, Achako 2, Jiro, Toya, Death Arms, Mandalay, and Shoto 2.
I
don't get it.
I think Chris is the only one that didn't pick a 5-hander.
I also took one 7-hander. All the rest of them are 6s.
Yeah,
I think I took a 7.
6 hand size rules, baby.
Yeah, maybe you did, I don't think
6 hand size rules.
You took a lot of 5. Yeah,
It's the best. We get the best enhances.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I don't get how Jiro dropped that far. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
I mean, man,
we're too busy
we're big on
vibing
set 5 right now, right?
We're too busy.
We're banking on everybody else being big on set 5 and coming out and just playing those characters. So, to your point, it's a numbers game, right?
We're better than everyone wanting to get their free box through just getting this sign up early, play all the rounds, and play a set 5 character.
Also fair. Like I don't think for one second that we all think there are 19 other characters better than Jiro. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But at the same time,
lucky there.
But part of the draft, part of the draft is also trying to get those bonus points from doing late games. So you gotta be very careful where you pick characters. So I think round 5, 6, and 7 is where we should.
We're meant to be careful when we pick characters.
Yeah. Once we get to round 4, 5, and 6, and 7, that's when like the Jiros and the Momos will go. Because that's when you're going to get the most points, and round 8 are like the big ones.
I mean, like, I'm banking my entire draft on Nate DeWalt right now. So don't screw me over, Nate, please.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get some decent
He's
points.
He's going to be at my house in 2 weeks, so I can give him the pep talk.
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, listen here, boy. I need you to win everything.
Need those bragging rights.
Yeah. Right. Yep. Because it's important. Bragging rights are all that matters. That's all that matters.
Yes, exactly.
So Chiefs in the chat is officially giving Chris the slight win in his post-draft analysis.
Ooh, thank you.
Yeah, I think that round 6 Momo is a lot of value.
I think that round 8 Shoto 2 might really pay dividends.
I'm hoping at this point I lost Bakugo, then I lost Momo back to back. So. It's like, I'll wait quietly in the corner for Bakugo. Damn it.
Everyone's talking about control characters and the format slowing down. I'm just like going, nobody take Lock. Nobody take Lock.
Yeah.
He's the new Dabby.
I thought about picking Night Eye earlier, then I went, don't really know about him because he's quick, but I had +5 speed on everything yesterday on one of my games. He's getting 25 cards removed. You're not blocking anymore.
A lot of the characters that some of us took were like, well, someone's gonna pick up this character because they're gonna like this character enough, and they're gonna lab this character enough, and then they're gonna go top with this character, and then everyone's gonna be like, oh wow, that character's actually really good, and then people are gonna start playing them. So. It's just a matter of time before someone's secret card, someone's late game pick or mid round pick or someone's back pocket deck, like
I don't think Smash Mite's going to do that, but I just wanted to pick him and say that he's on my team.
I believe in you. Someone's going to pick him up.
I believe in Bubble Girl. I believe in my 5 points from Bubble Girl.
Yeah.
You're the only one.
The issue is that I think there should have been a side bet. What should be foil or not? That's the issue. What should be a redeemed one or an actual winner one? That will be the real question.
Do I get extra
it's
points?
More likely to play if you've got a winner one. You're more likely to go play in an RLE with it, right? I think
would to show it off.
Even if you don't own it, the guy, the person that won your provision is more likely to lend you one. I've got a promo Deku 2, like probably one of the only ones in the UK, and my friend at last RLE was playing Deku 2. He's like, I don't need the promo. It's like, yeah, but it's an RLE. If you get on stream, you want to be showing off the swag. Take the promo tomorrow. So I could play All Might 7, but I could also put Ball Might in my sideboard and just go with the swag.
Right.
But and also for like me, Richard, and Adam, this is our first draft, so we're just going off instincts. I don't think anyone really overly prepared for this.
Nah, I'm never prepared for a draft. That's all. Like you don't know what people are gonna pick, so you just go with what you go with your heart, everybody.
You just vibes it.
The one question I will ask is anyone planning to play any of the characters they picked? You don't have to tell which character it is.
I'm not playing in any RLEs this season, so I'm going to play all these characters at locals. So that's what I'm doing. So every one of my characters, I would actually play at a local. Yeah.
For me, Deku 2 and Alpha 1 are probably up at the top of lists for me for options for playing in Sheffield.
Yeah, Deku 4 is definitely on my list of characters that I would consider playing. I'm trying to remember. Nejire is really good as well, I think. I may play Smash Might for fun, and try to explore that. But yeah, I mean, like I think there's at least half my list. Like I would not play Recovery Girl, just like I said, not my play style. But
no,
that
was more the meta pick for points.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm just gonna pick this because if it shows up, it shows up.
Which round is Sheffield?
Oh no! So the points you get are based on when you pick the character in the draft. So.
Oh no! But what round is Sheffield?
Let's go over to points. Sheffield is
playing for Sheffield.
Sheffield's the 19th to 20th of August. It's essentially they have.
Oh, you got time to test.
Yeah,
you got time to test with your death arms.
It's the it's the fourth RLE. We've got Unfun Webcam. We've got New Zealand. We've got Gen Con. Then Sheffield. Then Rochester, and then Vegas, which isn't open for registration yet.
Nice. Stands the same. I can figure out some one of these. I actually want to build that Shoto deck now, just because.
Yeah, man.
With the character.
Yeah, it's like if I turn up on top with my Shoto, that's at 8 points for me.
Yeah. Well, if you top,
if have the nice Toga card up for grabs, and I want the nice Toga card because I have Xr'd every other one of our cards bar rushing stab at this. And give me.
Well, our friends over in the colonies need to head off to go get their food. And it's 11 o'clock at night for us here, and someone's got to be up with kids in the morning.
Land. We appreciate you.
So just to wrap it all up, obviously it's been wonderful having you guys here. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having us. This is a blast.
No, man, we'll definitely get it back up for nationals, and we'll do. I think we'll be doing it next week on Tuesday rather than try and compete with the stream. But yeah, we'll head on now, and we'll do weekly updates on our to see who's currently ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you guys. Let me just go over to camera so everyone can wave because I'm currently on point. So, bye,
everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks everyone.
Bye.